parents, welcome to the 22-23 school year for the weekday program at First United Methodist Church in Plano. I'm so excited to have y'all as part of our family here. It is our 45th anniversary, having started the school in 1977. We're so excited to be able to celebrate that this year and look forward to y'all being with us as well. On this first slide, I hope you'll take a moment to like our Facebook page, find us on Instagram as well, and also to have visited our website where there's lots of great information there. Also, make sure that you have programmed our phone number into your cell phones. That way, when we call, you know who's calling, and hopefully you'll pick up for that. So let's get on with a few things to let you know about our upcoming school year. I'd like to introduce our office team. My name is Jessica White. I'm the director. This is going into my 7th year as director here at the weekday program. So I'm excited to have y'all join us. Miss Jennifer Blair, most of you have probably already met her. She is our assistant director of admissions, and she does a great job getting everybody onboarded. You can always contact her throughout the school year if you have questions that the teachers are not answering. Also, we have Miss Dee Peterson. Unfortunately, by the time you watch this, she may not be on our team anymore, but as of now, she's still our financial and office manager, but we look forward to having a new person in that position very soon. Miss Courtney Ray is our preschool coordinator, so she works closely with the teachers. You'll also find her in the office a lot and can answer lots of your questions. And for those of you in our school age program, Andrew Danielson is our school age coordinator for almost, I think, 15 years now. So we're excited that he is on our team this year. We are a ministry of First United Methodist Church in Plano, and the lead pastor is Matt Gaston, and the ministers with children is Marty Bowen. So there are great resources if you don't have a church home and you would like to try it out here. They would welcome you with open arms, and it would be great for you to reach out to the church if that's something you would like to do. We do have a board that oversees our program. Yolanda Murray is the chairperson again this year, and you can see here the list of those who are on the board. I'm super excited and thankful for those who help me to run the school in a both fiscally and culturally appropriate way. We are excited to have a whole nother year and be moving forward with the program this year. We also have a ParentTeacher Connection. So that's when you see things about the PTC, that is our ParentTeacher Connection. Our president again this year is Brandy Blaylock. She's been leading us for a couple of years and is doing such a great job. I'm excited. We have lots of things planned. We've already set the calendar, so we are looking forward to lots of events, things that y'all parents can be involved with, but also opportunities to get to know each other and things like that. So we will get that out to you as quickly as we can and kind of keep you updated on all the opportunities to be involved here at the weekday program. Our mission is to provide a safe and nurturing environment. Those are our two top goals throughout the day and throughout the year: to be safe and nurturing, promoting all the areas of development: physical, social, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual development of each child. I hope that you will visit our parent handbook. There's more information about our mission, about our programs in the parent handbook, which can be found both in the documents section of Brightwheel and also at the weekday program website under programs. Make sure to take some time to read through that. It really does tell you a lot about how we do school here at our program. We have many overseeing agencies. First of all, we are ministry of the First United Methodist Church here in Plano. They're a great support for us. We are licensed by the Texas Health and Human Services Child Care Regulations. They oversee all the things that we do here. We are a Texas Rising Star 4-star school, which is the top number we can get. We just recertified in May, so that is a great thing that we have going on and going forward to be sure that what we say we do is what we do. And then we are also NACCE accredited. We received our reaccreditation in June of this past year, 2022. So we are excited to have another 5 years of accreditation in line before us. And you can be assured that what we say we do, what the highest standard of practice is what we are doing here. Latest statistics say that only 2.5% of Texas schools are NACCE accredited, so we are among the elite of preschools in our top accreditation. Of course, NACCE, is the National Association for the Education of Young Children. It is a national accreditation that we have. In addition to that, we are also a lab school for Collin College teaching programs. So often you'll find and see different college students of different ages within our program, maybe in our classrooms doing observations and field studies. We promote our industry and promote teaching by allowing lab students to come in, view what we're doing, learn, and be a part of our program. All are background checked and none are allowed to be alone with children. We have several programs within our program. We have both a Children's Day Out program for our infants and ones, structured a little differently than our preschool program with our 2s through 5s. And then we have extended care that begins at 7. We have extended care that ends at 6:30. And then we have expanded some of our enrollment seasons to have an academic year, just August through May, a summer program for June and July, and then now we offer a full year enrollment as well. In addition to that, if you visit, if your children move on to a local school, we do service and bring children in for our school age program for many of the schools around us, and we also offer a full summer camp program as well for our graduates and anybody in the community. So that's an exciting part of our program. So let's talk about a few of our most commonly misunderstood or unknown, we'll put it that way, our unknown policies. So regarding tuition will be due between the 1st and 10th of each month. There is a $25 late fee assessed on the 11th unless you have made prior arrangements with our office for that. If a payment is failed either by check or on Brightwheel, it is a $12 additional fee. Tuition can be paid in 4 ways. You're always welcome to bring cash to the office. We will put it in an envelope and give you a receipt in order to secure your payment, and it will be placed onto your account within a few days. Same thing with a check. We have a lockbox outside of our office that you're welcome to drop a check off. But if you would like to, we offer payments through Brightwheel. There is a bank draft. We do not charge for the bank draft. There's no fee for that. But if you choose to run a credit card through Brightwheel, you will pay the additional 3% fee on top of your tuition to run a credit card. In addition to those fees, we do have late fees and change fees. A late fee of $10 plus $1 per minute will be charged anytime a child is picked up after 2:05 or after 6:30. We will automatically charge that to your account, but let you know that that is what our policy is. So if you are 10 minutes late, it is a $20 fee, and so on. In addition, for our school age program, there is a $10 no call, no show fee if we are not notified by 2 o'clock that a child does not need to be picked up from the school that day. There is a minimum 2-week notice for withdrawal or an enrollment change that includes a withdrawal in order to not require that financial obligation for those 2 weeks. So Please make sure that you give us at least 2 weeks, if not more notice, if you will be leaving before May of this year. In addition to that, for extended care changes and additions and withdrawals, then there is also a $25 change fee that goes to all of the administration that's required in order to make those changes. We do not offer drop-in for additional days in the preschool, and we do not make up days for missed care or for illness, and no refunds are made for days missed if the school is closed due to illness, unforeseen circumstances such as weather, pandemics, and other building maintenance problems. Our illness and exclusion policy, please be very aware of this. Any fever over 100 accompanied by a behavior change will mean that a child must be excluded for that day. Parents have 1 hour to pick up a sick child or have an emergency contact pick up that child. If they're not feeling well, it's very important to go ahead and get them home. They often will just be sitting in the office waiting. Children may not return to class unless the child is free of symptoms of the illness or a doctor's note clears them of that illness. We do have continuing COVID restrictions or quarantines and things like that. They have reduced that to 5 days from 10 days, as long as the child is recovering for at least, has no fever for at least 24 hours. So if you do have a COVID diagnosis, please let us know and we will help set a timeline for your child's return back to school. We don't want any major spread going through the school at this point. Arrival and dismissal procedures. Parents will have the opportunity to drop off at our entrance or at curbside. Curbside drop-off goes from 8:50 to 9:15 in the morning. It also runs from 1:50 to 2:05 for a 2 o'clock drop-off or pickup, and then 5 o'clock to 5:30. And those are all under the canopy. Students who are not registered for our morning extended care should come after 8:55 for drop-off. And we are asking this year for you to make your best effort to have your child in class by 9:30 in the morning. Our morning time is a very important time of learning. It's when our teachers are planning lots of different lessons and things like that. So if there's a reason for a late arrival, please let us know via Bright Wheel messaging. Otherwise, we would ask you to go ahead and make sure that they're here by 9:30 so that we can get into the day and not have the interruptions, as well as your child receiving that learning that is so important for them and that you're paying for. Parents will continue to use Bright Wheel to answer health questions upon check-in and using our Bright Wheel to check in and check out students. That's a very important piece of our licensing regulations. Please keep in mind that child care centers are a target for theft because they know that parents like to just run in with the kids and leave their iPads and leave their laptops and leave their purses and wallets in the car. So please take the time to hide your things. Please lock your car, take your keys, turn it off. I know that it can get hot or cold, but it will keep us from being a target and keep you from losing your items. We want you to know that your child's information is confidential. So all of any important forms and things like that are kept in our office in our locked cabinets, unless they are being used by a child's teacher, or they are also kept in emergency binders for the times that we might have an emergency and need them. All information is kept confidential, only shared as needed with the people that need that information or in the child's family. Make sure you are receiving our weekly parent email updates. I will put some links in our first few messages in order to help you get on and make sure that you are receiving those email updates so that you kind of know what's going on. Infants through 2s will receive daily reports through Bright Wheel, and many 3 through pre-K you should receive a couple of pictures a week, and maybe and ideally one note or so that will tell you about some of the things that they're learning. If you want further information, please contact the teachers directly, but that you will not receive daily reports once they are in our 3s and pre-K classes. We want them spending time teaching and doing things like that, and most of the kids are potty trained by then. Feel free to put my email address into your contacts. I'm jwhite@fumcplano.org, or you can contact our office. Miss Jennifer and myself receive the office@weekdayprogram.com emails. As far as communication, we do want to over-communicate things because that happen while they're here. One of the ways that we do that are called boo-boo reports. That is a less severe version of an accident report. The boo-boo report will let you know what happened or why they might have a mark, that kind of thing. You will receive a phone call if there is anything like a head injury or a bite or an illness or something significant. We're going to let you know before the end of the day. But if it's a minor scratch or something like that, you may just receive it as a boo-boo report at the end of the day to let you know what happened. We do assessment each year, periodically, ongoing through the school year as part of our learning process. So we use an online assessment tool called Teaching Strategies Gold, and the teachers will start out doing some assessment very early on in the first 30 days. We will also send home a form for at least our younger students, as well as almost all of our new students should receive an ASQ form. We really appreciate if you will take the time to fill that out and send it back. That is our insight into what you're seeing at home, and that will help us to be able to understand your child a lot better. But the teachers will also be doing their own assessment and observations, recording that through Teaching Strategies, and you will receive progress reports 3 times a year. Conferences can always be scheduled at any time if there's a concern, if there's something you want to discuss with the teacher a little more in depth than you can at drop-off or pickup. We will have a window for conferences for each class in October and then also in April and May. Discipline and guidance. Please understand we use conscious discipline as our social emotional development and also to guide our discipline and guidance. The main tenets of conscious discipline are creating a family, creating connections through structures and rituals, utilizing positive statements and giving children positive intent for their actions, and making consequences as developmentally appropriate and reality-based, linked naturally to what has happened. So we hope that you will benefit from that, and I hope to have a few opportunities for parents to learn more throughout this year about conscious discipline and how that can help you as well at your in-home. Regarding meals and snacks, please send a morning snack and a lunch. Label all cups and lunch items with the child's name, especially all cups. We have lots of cups. We want children to stay well hydrated, especially in the heat and all of that, but they really need to have their name on every cup and all of their stuff. We are considered allergen sensitive, but we are not a peanut-free school. If there is a class where there is a peanut allergy that has a touch sensitivity, that class will be notified and that class will be deemed peanut free. Otherwise, you can send those items. We just try to be very careful about it, and there are lots of good alternatives. Regarding birthday parties and holiday celebrations, we do try to be a healthy, low sugar school in what we allow, what we serve, and how we teach children to celebrate. So please do not send cookies, cakes, or cupcakes. They don't really eat them anyways, and we get to deal with the sugar highs and lows of dealing with that. The Parent Handbook has several ideas. Talk to your teacher. Fruits, wonderful. Muffins. Just sending plates and napkins and a favorite book and party hats can be just as fun as going out and buying cupcakes. So please work with our teachers on that so that we can teach children healthy ways to celebrate. Additionally, if you have an infant, this is an important note that both breast milk and formula cannot be served after 1 hour of being heated and having started consumption. So please be careful about the serving sizes that you tell the teachers to do, as we need them. We don't want to waste any of those precious commodities. Regarding naps, children in the infants through the 3s will nap each day. Please send them with a nap mat and make sure it is labeled with their name. They will be sent home on Thursdays and Fridays in order to be washed over the weekend and returned the following week. Cribs are used for infants, and if you have a nap mat that it has loose parts, maybe a blanket or pillow or a lovey or anything like that, please make sure that it is in its own tote bag of some sort and not carried loosely where it will touch other items, where it might get lost. It's nice to have it all contained. We have a policy of dress for success here at the Weekday Program. We like to get messy. We want kids to have fun and to explore and get sensory input. So make sure that what they're wearing can be dirty or get paint on it. Please bring them in closed-toed shoes to be able to play on our playgrounds. And make sure every child has a extra set of clothes, 2 or 3 sets if they're potty training. Make sure that we have diapers, extra underwear, and that water cup in order to keep them hydrated through the day. As far as our emergency procedures, we do practice our emergency drills and things like that at the Weekday Program. If there were an opportunity that we had to evacuate this site, then our emergency secondary site is Custer Road United Methodist Church. You would be notified through Brightwheel, through the website, through all major ways that we could let you know, probably additionally phone calls and things like that once we were there to let you know where we are. There is an emergency number on the website if our phones are not working for whatever reason. We do have an emergency number there. Regarding inclement weather, we do follow the Plano ISD closures. So if the Plano ISD is closed, as we had with Snowmageddon, we are closed as well. If Plano ISD opens late, our 9 to 2 program will close, but our extended care students will be able to open at the same time as PISD. We haven't really seen any late openings in a long time. Typically it just closes. We also will notify you through Brightwheel and place it on the website if there is an inclement weather day. And just be aware that we do not make up any closure dates. We look forward to having you this year in our program. It is our 45th anniversary of the Weekday Program. We've got some new renovations here at the school. We're so excited about that. And we are so excited to have you join us. My name is Jessica White. You are welcome to contact me via phone, via email, or just stop by. My office is always open for families. So welcome to the 22-23 school year, and let's have a great year here at the Weekday Program.